auto picture going to look like for the month of December? That's the big question. November actually escaped with small cuts in some segments, but December is going to be the pinch month where we will see sales come in weaker. We have somebody who would know. John K. Paul is president of the Federation of Automobile Dealers Association, and he's joining us right now on the phone line from Kochi to take some questions. Mr. Paul, thanks very much for your time, sir. First of all, is December going to be worse than November? And if the answer is yes, by what degree?
I'll give you a category breakup. The two-wheeler market is still very bad. Most places it's 40% down. Rural areas it is between 50 and 60% down. Most cars in cities have recovered. Most of them would be doing at least as much as December last year, except for a few vehicles. But rural area is much better than November, yet to catch up with last year's December. It's bad. Then CVs are still bad, and luxury cars are still bad. The cars are picking up mainly because of extra incentives for the month of December and the year end. So there are customers who are picking up cars. So I think December may go without much of a problem. And since some of the manufacturers had cut production last month, this month most inventories are down. So that's helping most dealers, except for some vehicles which already had too much of inventory. But even then, they are cutting in December. And most manufacturers have their layoff, or not layoff, I would say their maintenance break during December. So that probably by the end of the month, inventories also may be slightly better off. Yes.
Mr. Paul, just to sort of put this out clearly, so when you say down 40%, that's down 40% over last year, last December, right?
So 40% down of last December.
Yeah, okay. So two-wheelers, you said 40% down. Rural is...
Yeah, the rural is around 50, between 50 and 60.
50 and 60. What did you say about cars? Not luxury, but...
Cars are much better. Cars are much better. Cars are almost normal, but at least definitely better than November. The rural areas are just catching up, slightly better than November, whereas cities have caught up, and some vehicles, some manufacturers are doing slightly better than last year's December. So there is a slight growth in December, but most vehicles are just about catching up with December last year, and rural is down. Passenger car is slightly less than last year's December, though they are better than November.
Mr. Paul, what about the tractor segment? We were just talking to the management of Magma FinCorp, and they are lenders to people who want to buy tractors. And they said that, you know, it's been very weak. Collections for them are down 30-odd%. What is your sense in terms of how tough the tractor segment could be in the month of December? November, it was down 21%.
December, tractors, all rural markets are slightly down. Even for Mahindra, the rural market is down, though the urban market is picked up. Rural markets are still down. And as far as cash collection on hire purchase is still very, very bad, especially with the two-wheeler market. It's very bad.
So tractors were down 21% in November. Is it going to be worse in December, or is it going to be the same?
It should be around the same. It should be around the same.
Okay. The other quick question that I had, sir, was that, you know, you spoke about inventories moving because of steep amount of discounts which are being given. We understand that there are, you know, 10 to 15% discounts which are just being handed out in many of the passenger vehicle showrooms. Your sense in terms of how steep the discounts have gotten, and which are the players which are handing it out most aggressively?
See, most passenger car manufacturers have offered incentives, which they usually offer in December. But this time, it's slightly more than last year's December, taking into consideration the effects of demonetization and the year end. So the discounts are slightly up, and almost all manufacturers are giving incentives at the year end.
Right. So just a quick point. When we talk about sales, does that also reflect bookings, sir? Because bookings will give us the pipeline, right?
Bookings are still about 10-15% down.
From, as compared to?
Yeah, depending, of course, it depends on manufacturers also. But generally, about 10-15% down. is an effect that is going on in the market.
No, two-wheelers and four-wheelers, both.
No, two-wheelers are even worse. Two-wheelers about almost 25 to 30% is down. But passenger cars about 10-15% down.
Right. And so the earlier numbers were all sales, right? I mean, actual sales.
Yeah. I was telling you about sales.
These could be orders which were, these could be planned purchases from before, but actual people coming in and booking vehicles, you're saying two-wheelers are down between 25-30% and four-wheelers are down between 10 and 15% as compared to December of 15, right?
Yes.
Are financing companies also, did you get that feedback that they're also hesitant because they are worried about NPAs, etc.?
That is there because it's more than the NPA part. What they're worried about is the low collection, the slow collection.
Slow collection.
They don't want to go out there and push the sale also. So because the collection is very slow.
Okay. All right, Mr. Paul, we're going to leave it on that